Everybody can take a seat so we can get started. Good afternoon. My name is Tiffany Salenko. I am your Northeast Division Governor. Thank you all for coming out this afternoon. I know it's a Saturday, and it's actually a beautiful Saturday, not cold, so I'm sure we'd rather be somewhere else. But I really much appreciate you all coming out and sharing this fabulous contest at the end of the Division Contest Series with myself today. That I am very excited. There are 6 speakers in both categories today, for both table topics and international speech, so it's going to be a great contest. And with that, I'm going to bring up our Toastmaster. Our Toastmaster is one person that I've actually enjoyed serving area governor with last year. She's a great person and a DTM, Miss Ann Johnson.
Excellent.
Great. I was going to start a little bit differently, but I don't know if some of you saw me kind of walk in a very direct line to the lectern. I had a little lesson that I wanted to remind everyone today about the beautiful day out. And we have all of this wonderful technology, and my technology told me that I would be here at 2:20 when I left my last engagement. And then it said 2:40. And then it said 2:45, just as I came to a dead stop. And I thought, oh goodness, there's nothing worse than the Toastmaster being late. So I get on that technology, a little illegally in the state of Illinois, and I'm calling Tiffany, and I'm calling other people. And then I pass by the reason for the dead stop. And I think, you know, there is something a little worse than the Toastmaster being. So I would like for us all to remember just what a blessing it is, no matter how small it seems, to all be here together today to celebrate with these contestants who are already winners, because we could have had another change in plan that we weren't expecting. So I would like to give you all a hand and now I have the dubious distinction of announcing all of the dignitaries in the office, in the audience. And if I miss anyone, please just shake your hands and wave wildly as I'm done. I'm going to try to do the best that I can with the names, starting with, in the order of importance, according to the sheet, our Lieutenant Governor of Education and Training, Don Weston. Our Logistics Chair, Don Williams. The Northwest Division Governor, Iqbal Akhtar. The North Division Governor, Lydia Sawyer. The North 43 Area Governor, Beth Weinstein. North 45 Area Governor, Sharon Cruz. And all of the following area governors are from the Northeast. 61, Pam McCauley. Division Governor, Tiffany Salenko. We will have two contests this evening. The first contest will be the Table Topics contest, and there will be a brief intermission, and the International Speech contest will follow thereafter. Contestants, timers, ballot counters, and sergeant-at-arms have all been briefed prior to the beginning of the contest. Everyone is aware of the Toastmasters International rules that govern the contest. No one should enter or leave the room during the contestants' presentations. You may do so if time permits during the minute of silence between presentations. Thank you. And with that said, let the contest begin. Okay, I was only kidding. You know I wasn't going to go completely from the script because I never go completely from the script. And I have to give you your Toastmaster audience. They're not rules, but they're just suggestions. Please remember that these contestants are all volunteers. They are all winners. And please give them the encouragement of your attention and your pleasant faces. Can we all practice the pleasant face? Okay, so for every contestant, we want to see faces forward, not heads down, texting those phones that I'm about to ask you to turn off anyway. Having said that, if you do have a cell phone, a pager, if anyone still has those, or any other methods of communicating with the mothership or anyone else that you may need to communicate with in your daily lives, please turn them off now. If you cannot bring yourself to turn them off, please make sure you turn the sound off as well as the vibrate mode off, because that can be disturbing as well if it hits your keys in your purse or in your pocket or something. It can be very distracting. I guess you all want the list, don't you? Yes. The speaking order for the first contest. Well, I have it, and here it is. Contestant number 1, Bernard Pearlstein. Contestant number 1, Bernard Pearlstein. Contestant number 2, Karen Sandler. Karen Sandler. Contestant number 3, John Sarpalis. John Sarpalis. Contestant number 4, Catherine Hutchins. Catherine Hutchins. Contestant number 5, Mark Lebrun. Where is Mark? Am I saying that correct?
Very close.
Well, I'm not going to do the exact, so.
Lebrun.
Lebrun. Okay. Mark Lebrun. Contestant number 6, Joanne Telser-Frere. Joanne Telser-Frere. Are there any questions about the speaking order? Will the Sergeant-at-Arms please escort all of the contestants except for the first contestant out of the room? We are ready to hear from our Table Topics contestants. There will be 1 minute of silence between each contestant. Timekeepers, when I advise you to do so, please signal me with the green light after 1 minute is up. After all contestants have spoken, the judges will be given all the time necessary to complete their ballots. We will now begin the Table Topics contest. Contestant number 1, Bernard Pearlstein. Okay, I'm sorry, can I have a point of order? Where do we want them to start? Over. I think Your present-day self has 2 minutes to talk about anything to your 18-year-old self. What would you say? Your present-day self has 2 minutes to talk to anything, Your current day self has 2 minutes to talk about anything to your 18-year-old self. What would you say? Contestant number 1, Bernard.
My present-day self has 2 minutes to talk to my 18-year-old self. What am I going to tell my 18-year-old self? Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. At age 18, I had grown up in the same house, in the same town, in the same geography for my entire life. And I had 2 parents and 2 older sisters, and I thought I knew everything. And then I left the house, and I found out I knew very little. What I would tell my 18-year-old self is, first of all, you have very loving parents. You have parents who, no matter what happens to you, will always take you back in. You have parents who, if you're destitute, will make sure that you have something to live on. You have parents who care about you and will care about you to their dying day. Now, my parents lived a long time. But once I grew older, I learned that it's not the same with everyone outside of your family. Outside of your family, people want to know, what can you do for them? When you apply for a job, people want to, your person who is interviewing you, the person who is the potential manager of you, wants to know why that person should hire you over all these other candidates. So the first thing I would tell my 18-year-old self is, understand that you must provide for others. It cannot be just about you. You must provide for others, because others will not want to hire you. You will not be able to earn a living. And once your parents are gone, you will be responsible for yourself. The second thing that I would tell my 18-year-old self is, the person that you are going to take as your long-term permanent life partner, spouse, that person is going to want to know what you can do for them. They're not going to take you in because they feel sorry for you. They're not going to marry you because they just feel that you have a nice smile. They're going to want to know that you will share with them the most intimate details of your existence and your thoughts, and that you will listen to them in kind and help them. Not by telling them what to do, but by helping them be the best them. So in closing, I tell you, my 18-year-old self needed to learn. You will not be family all your life, and you must learn to give. Give to your business, give to your spouse, and give to your community.
Then we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots. Contestant number 3, John Serpalis. Your present-day self has 2 minutes to talk about anything with your 18-year-old self. Your present-day self has 2 minutes to talk about anything with your 18-year-old self. What would you say? John Sarkolis.
John, girls are humans. Yes, Mom is a girl. I know you don't quite get that, but all you gotta do is talk to them. You don't have to be afraid of them. Now, I know there was this girl named Debbie when you were 16, and she asked you out on a date, and you never showed up because you were so afraid of her. And I think Debbie's still waiting at the skating rink. She was really sweet. She's just a nice person. Don't worry about it. You will get over it. You will find somebody. And that turns out wonderfully. And there's lots of nice, beautiful faces out here. Go talk to them. They're really, really interesting. And they are human. They do get that you're nervous, because they're nervous too. They're nervous. Try it. And the other thing you need to know, John, is you're an adult now. It's okay to act like an adult. You can be responsible. You can say no to our parents. You can go live your own life. That one was really hard for me. I know it's really hard for you. To just go out and live your life. 2 big steps. 2 big steps that it's taken me 20, 30, I'm 60. I'm just getting over the parent one. I'm still trying to rebel with the parents. So quit wasting time, because life's a lot of fun, and quit hiding. And join Toastmasters right away, because that's where you fear of talking to people. So go do it, John. Go talk to some girls right now.
May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots? Contestant number 4, Catherine Hutchins. Your present-day self has 2 minutes to talk about anything with your 18-year-old self. What would you say? Your present-day self has 2 minutes to talk about anything with your 18-year-old self. What would you say? Catherine Hutchins.
Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and people who I know are out there judging me. I thank you for this question. It's something that I've actually been giving a lot of thought to in the past few months. On July 17th, I'm going to turn 30 years old. And I've been giving a great deal of thought to who I want to be in my 30s. if I could go back and talk to my 18-year-old self, I would warn her that her 20s are going to be horrible. Absolutely horrible. For my 21st birthday, I had to have reconstructive surgery on my right leg. The tendons, you can't see them because I had a very good surgeon, but the tendons inside my right leg had snapped. They were a mixture of scar tissue and hamburger. So, for my 21st birthday, I could not go out and get drunk because I had to stay in the hospital and be under heavy anesthesia. And then I had to spend a year relearning how to walk. Also in my early 20s, I dated a very, very bad man. And I would give my 18-year-old self a great deal of help in how to file a restraining order. And then I would teach her the value of humor, and the value of humility, and the value of going and working with other women who had been through what I had been through. And I would tell her that it's going to be amazing. You're going to help so many people. You're going to live through this. It's going to be awful, but in the end, it will be worth it. I am going to go back, and I'm going to tell her that in your mid-20s, you're going to completely lose your way. And that's going to be okay, because the journey will be difficult. Your mother will lose faith in you. Your father will call you and tell you that you are going to be living under a bridge. Your brother will still be camped out on your couch because you are still the successful one. And then ultimately, in the end, when you are 29 and you are 2 months away from your birthday, you are going to wake up and you are going to realize that life is now amazing. Thank you.
We have a minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots. Contestant number 5, Mark LeBrun. Your present-day self has 2 minutes to talk about anything with your 18-year-old self. What would you say? Your present-day self has 2 minutes to talk about anything with your 18-year-old self. What would you say? Mark LeBrun.
Because I know myself, I would start like this. Mark, pay really close attention. Adults have been saying a lot of things to you in this time of your life, but this is really important. Because I'll be describing him what he could do to best use his time in college. Because it's not like college went bad. I managed to graduate, get a degree, get a job. But when I wasn't in class, what was I doing with my time? A whole lot of video games and sitting around and not really progressing myself. There are a whole lot of other things you can do in college. There's more clubs I could have joined, there's always more opportunities, more people I could have met. There's a whole lot of opportunities that I had and took advantage of, but there's always going to be more. There's also the advice of a car. Everyone has their regrets buying a car, and it's just an A to B thing. Buy the one that gets you from A to B. You don't need a shiny one. I would also explain to him a little bit more about going out and meeting people specifically. Because while I was sitting inside, there's a lot of people that I could have gone out and met. I kept to myself. This is part of why I'm in Toastmasters, because it helps you meet people, become more able to stand in front of everyone and say, good afternoon, I'm here to talk to you about what I would have said to my 18-year-old self. It's hard for me to do this when I was 18. I would kind of sit in the back, avoid as many of you as possible, and not participate. I would have never volunteered to join. But this is what I would have done. I would have given my 18-year-old self advice on how better to live, how better to experience the time between 18 years old and the meager 8 years old I've come since then, now that I'm 26. What I could have done better, I could have told them that and so much more. That's all I have time for you today. Thank you.
May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots? Contestant number 6, Joanne tells her prayer. Your present-day self has 2 minutes to talk about anything with your 18-year-old self. What would you say? Your present-day self has 2 minutes to talk about anything with your 18-year-old self. What would you say? Joanne tells her prayer.
Joanne, I want you to listen to me. And I want you to listen carefully, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to you. You are going to love it. First of all, don't change anything. Don't be afraid of anything. Don't be afraid of anyone. Just go with the flow. Just do it. Actually, Joanne, yes, Joanne? You know, I'm quite a bit older than you now, and actually I'm coming up to one of those big numbers, 40. Oh yeah, that's not so much older. Well, maybe 50. Oh well. So Joanne, you are going to have such an adventure. So don't be afraid. Nothing will happen to you. Well, nothing bad will happen to you. You're going to get married, divorced, married again, divorced again, married again, divorced again. No, only 3 times. Third time, you finally found your father. That's what we're looking for, right? When we get married, we're there looking for our mother or our father. It took me 3 times. So, Joanne, you know, yeah, I agree with you. He was a pretty difficult man. My dad, my husband. But he's a really good man. So, Joanne, just go for it. You'll like the first one, then you'll like the second one, you'll like the third one, even better. You'll live in France, you'll live in Qatar, you'll live in Egypt, you'll live in Pakistan, you'll learn languages, you'll do 25,000 different jobs. Okay, 10 different jobs. You'll be a journalist, you'll be a pet caretaker, you'll do all kinds of things. So just go for it. Thank you.
Madam Toastmaster, we have all the ballots.
I'm going to blame all of this on you because I just saw all of it. That was a really weak round of applause. And now you can applaud yourself because I have to say you did a fabulous job of being face forward with happy, pleasant faces for the contestants. So thank you. Did a really good job of seeming interested in other things than me standing behind the lectern during the minute of silence. So I thank you for that, because after that it gets awkward. So thank you. We will now have the news about our very exciting District 30 conference. Woo!
So despite what your program does say, Donna Weston would be up here right now, and as much as we'd love her up now, she's our chief judge, and she is out in another room doing important business. So I am your talker of the conference. So there are these lovely flyers out at the front table. I encourage all of you to pick one up today on your way out or during the break. How many of you went to conference last spring? Oh, many, many, many of you. I'm sure you all enjoyed Patricia Fripp? Yes? Yes. Are we going to enjoy her again this spring? Yes. So the winners of today's conference will move on to the contest at the district, at the conference for the district on April 25th and 26th. It's a Friday and Saturday at the Skokie Holiday Inn in Skokie, so it is very close. Northeast is very lucky that it's in our backyard, so I encourage all of you to come out and support whomever wins today, to go on and support them for the Northeast and every contestant, because it's a great opportunity. Fabulous educational sessions, and a whole day's worth of Patricia. Breakfast, if you achieved anything, you have until April 11th to get it in. Please get your educationals in. It is a free breakfast. Who doesn't like free? So get your educational words in. You can go to the breakfast, hear Patricia speak. There is a lunch. Make sure that you book your lunches online. They will fill up so that you can sit in on a lovely seminar that Patricia's going to put on, and you can sit at the front tables and not have to be in the back where you can't hear her as well probably, or see her, she is little. And also, she will be speaking again that afternoon in another, in the morning or afternoon, I don't even know. Patricia? She's a third, right? So in the morning or afternoon, I'm not sure of the exact schedule right now, but she is speaking a third time as well. There are also fabulous educational sessions put on by other members of the district, as well as Friday evening, there's a dinner and a table topics contest at 7 p.m. 7:30, sorry. My correction, 7:30 p.m. is the contest for the table topics. The winners will be announced that evening, so you do not have to wait till the next day. And then at 2:30 p.m. on Saturday the 26th will be the table topics, international contest, where the winner will go on to where? Malaysia. Who doesn't want to go to Malaysia? I know I would. At that point, we will announce just not on Malaysia, don't be. But anywho, at the winner of the international contest will be announced at dinner that evening. So if you do want to stick around, have dinner, and you can hear who's going to have an awesome paid vacation to Malaysia, because I know I'm jealous. With that, I encourage you all to go to the conference. I expect to see you all there, and we're going to take a break. Who wants to take a 10-minute break?